Hi everyone, thanks for watching this video today. So I'm going to tell you guys the number one way that we allow people in our life that hurt us. The number one thing that we do that we need to stop doing, period. This is it. From manipulators to con men, right? Sociopaths, psychopaths, histrionics, borderline narcissists mostly, yeah? Cluster B, isn't it? But anyone that wants to trick you, fool you, con you, scam you, manipulate you, steal from you, use you, exploit you, they got to gain your trust, don't they? Yeah. Here are some of the common ways these people gain your trust. Being nice. Yeah? We love nice. I go over standards with a lot of my clients, and we try to develop a standard list, what their standards are. And a lot of times, a lot of us, a lot of people, maybe you guys, have two standards. They have to be nice and we have a good time. That's it. You're in my life. I trust you. I love you. Emotional legs up in the air. Yeah. They're nice. They're polite. They have manners. You see them be nice to other people, positive, smiling, laughing. Other people think they're nice. Yeah. That's one way. Another is to be giving. Give you something. We're social creatures. We reciprocate, don't we? Someone gives you a compliment. You say, oh, thank you. And I like your hair, right? If someone gives us something, if someone pays for our good time that we have, then we feel obligated, don't we? Obliged. My turn. Next, I got to give you. Oh, you give me this, I give you something. Yeah. One way that people trick us, not everyone, but us, victim. Victim status, victim playing. We pity them. It's also a part of identifying someone who's not healed. If we're not healed, we identify with that. And another way that people gain our trust is to have us invest. Like a scam artist that wants your money. I want you to buy my expensive ass products. I know they're thousands of dollars. And then I got this little product I get you to pay 20 bucks for. It's just 20 bucks. A little novelty item. You give it to someone. It's cool. You pay me 20 bucks for this item. Now you seem invested. Now you kind of trust me a little more. Huh? That transaction went okay. Now you're willing to buy something that's $2,500. Huh? So those are just some of the common ways that people get into your life and gain your trust to fool you, to use you, exploit you. The best way to stop being manipulated, when people tell you this, right? You say, what do you do with a narcissist, a borderline? How do I keep them out of my life? How do I keep my sanity and not let them use me and exploit me, take advantage of me? Boundaries, right? We say boundaries. And what are boundaries? Boundaries is our comfort zone. Meaning when something's uncomfortable, I speak up, right? How does it feel when someone you don't know yet starts asking you about personal experiences and personal information? Yeah. Aren't you a little weary when you go to a store and you want to, I don't know, take a loan out or put something on a card or something like this, and they start asking, they want your phone number and your email address, what's your mailing address? At some point you're kind of like a little uncomfortable giving you all this. Why? It's just for something small, like let me get out of here. Like nowadays, right? Every store has an app. They want you on the app, and then they want all your personal information, and you're just like, dude, I'd rather just be a random customer. Leave me alone. Because we feel uncomfortable giving our personal information out. And it's the same, right? When we meet strangers, people we don't know yet, and they start asking us about our marriage, about our divorce, about our children, about our health, about our past, about our childhood, right? The number one thing we do wrong, which is also the number one thing we can stop doing, and the number one way we can protect ourselves more, is stop telling people stuff. Stop. I see it all the time. All the time. I see it out in public. People just divulge mass information. Some of you guys do this on social media accounts. Like, does the whole world really need to know when you're not home? When you're at some restaurant? About the vacation you took? Who you took it with? Their photos? How you know them? How much money or what you bought and stuff? No, people, we don't need to know this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. And it should, and I bet it does, feel uncomfortable, don't we? But we lack boundaries, so we just tell them anyways. We tell them. Or maybe we have unhealed trauma with it we want to share. We don't talk to a professional about it, and my friends don't understand. I don't talk much about it with them or my family. So, oh, here's a new boyfriend and girlfriend I just met. Yeah, I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to dump to you. Someone has to be influential, and we have to be vulnerable. And the number one way we don't have boundaries with people is telling them too much. Some of the things this does is it starts attachment too soon. We have some control over attachment. We can attach to anybody. The coldest serial killer, we can attach to him. There's ways to do that, and ways to do it fast. There's ways to attach to people before we know them. And this is a way. We tell them too much. We tell them our traumas. We tell them our problems. We tell them about our health. And we tell them about our money, our job. Stop. Stop doing that. Now, I'm not saying we don't talk about ourselves and divulge things to anyone. No. Not after after a very, 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 very long time of knowing someone, and you're committed and the needs are met and you know that they're not a goddamn narcissist. Yeah? So some of the problems this causes is we attach faster, we bond quicker, we bond over our traumas. You guys call it trauma bond, codependency. But we're letting a stranger know things like what we like, what we love, what feels good to us, what we fear, what has hurt us, what hurts us, what we feel guilty and ashamed about, what we miss, what we want from our childhood, from our own father and mother. We let them know what is unhealed, what bothers us, and so much more. We are literally telling someone ways to control us. The number one way to control people is emotionally. Emotionally. Politicians do it. Fear-mongering, right? You don't want the other guy. We're all going to hell. Oh, you don't want the other guy. World War III. You know, just try to fear us into what they want. Coercing us into doing what we want. So if I can control you emotionally, if I can make you scared easy, and I can make you feel triggered by your traumas, and I can make you feel really good. I know it does that. All these things, I have control over you. You'll trust me. They do this to get what they want. You know, the codependent means I can't manage my life, I'll manage yours. But when we get to this kind of personified personality type, it may just be to control you. It might be a sadist to want to hurt you, watch you in pain and suffer. They may just want to control their environment as much as they can because they feel so out of control. They may use this, for revenge, yeah, smear campaign. Toxic people will take what you've told them and they'll twist it and they'll bring it up at the right time, won't they? To throw it in your face. Imagine if I could get what I want by just shaming you. Just bring up something you're ashamed of in your childhood. Your uncle doing something wrong to you. I just bring that up and you just crumble. Ways to get what they want. That's what blackmail is. I'm going to tell people so and such if you don't give me what I want. The smear campaign. The smear campaign comes pretty much after the relationship, after they can't control you anymore. Right? Even if they discarded you, sounds funny, or you broke it up and ended it with them, And here comes the smear campaign. What do? They contact people in your life. People they may never even have met. Disgusting. They can't control you, so they'll try to control the people around you. And they're going to use all the information you told them. All of it. They throw it in your face when they're with you, and they use it to destroy you when you're apart. Be careful, guys, right? I mean, we have to be careful who we invite in our home, who we introduce to our children, who we have sex with, who we give money to. But more than anything, be careful what you share about yourself. My best advice is to definitely heal from our past. Because this is how it gets you into a lot of trouble today, tomorrow, if you don't. Know who you can trust. Tell people like that. That's it. How do you know you can trust someone? You don't when you meet them. So something needs to happen for you to trust them. It's time, guys. It's being consecutive and repetitive over time. Something that unstable people won't do. This is why they rush you. This is why they want to live together right away, have sex right away, meet your family, meet their kids, get you to pay for things and invest, share all the information, let me know all your traumas. You're leaving yourself so vulnerable for them to do whatever they want to you. Imagine just talking about a big problem at work with them, about your boss or something. They just call up and tell your boss. You might get fired. That can happen quickly. That can be someone you just met that day. It happens. I've seen videos of people at big companies that divulge tons of secrets to someone on a blind date. We've got to have better boundaries, guys. Emotional boundaries. I don't need to cry with you and feel bad and scared and fix things. No, just let them do it themselves. Say you're sorry. And we have to have boundaries with money. We don't just pay for everything. We don't let someone to pay for everything for us. We don't take every single gift someone gives us. We don't give big lavish gifts to other people. We be careful. But we've got to be careful with what we share. And you'll see them try to pry it out of you. These guys don't have boundaries. They may not be even consciously thinking, I'm going to manipulate you this way, so I want to know everything about you. But they're asking questions, aren't they? How much did that cost? How much do you make? What was your childhood like? Were you abused? You were married? What was that like? Why'd you get divorced? Let me meet your kids. They'll pry. They got no boundaries. And they'll do it by telling you something. Yeah? Yeah, I was, my parents divorced when I was young, and it was really bad before that. And, you know, I'm pretty sure my dad's a narcissist. And all of you guys right now are reacting to that like, oh my God, we're the same. Oh, I can trust you. Yeah, that's what psychopaths do, guys. They throw an emotional lure out there, see if anyone bites. I'm literally using word for word what a psychopath has said. Be careful what you share. Yeah, let's be way more mindful. And let's heal from our past. And let's learn from it. And realize that, just like you guys say, because this stuff is so complex, that your friends don't understand and your family doesn't understand. Well, it's like saying my family, you know, I need heart surgery. My family just doesn't get it, doesn't tell me how to fix it. Well, your family is saying, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. You need something. What else can they do? We need to understand it, not them. Because I promise you, once you really understand it, they will. You'll get them to easier. heal from our past, learn, know who we are, and be extremely mindful of what we're doing. Awareness of what the hell we're doing with people. Okay? The object is to just go slow. Well, David, how do I get to know someone? Well, what's the hurry? What's the rush? Get to know who they are today. You don't need to know who they were 20 years ago. No, you really don't. And they don't need to know who you were and what you've been through and the experiences you've had and all your fears and your things that you want and your desires. I got a sick message years ago in my email, and it was from some woman. And man, I looked her up on Facebook. She has children and stuff. Looks like a nice family. She says, I want to know what you love and what you hate so I can slowly watch you die. That's it. Can't know unless I tell you. I don't share too much even on this channel. Over 8 years, you guys don't know a whole lot about me. It's good. Keep it that way. Stop telling people shit. Stop. That's uncomfortable. Oh no, some other time. I'm not going to tell you that. Why are you asking about stuff like that? That's personal. Be careful. Be really, really careful. It's something we have so much control over, isn't it? You get to know somebody by getting to know them. Watch who they are today. Okay? Take your time. That's it. It's the number one thing we can do, guys. It's the number one thing we're doing is we're telling people too much. And that's boundaries, okay? Let me know what you guys think of this advice, because I know it really is the most important. It's the number one way they get into our lives. Trick, fool, con, scam, manipulate, exploit us, abuse us, traumatize us. Number one way. Let me know what you guys think. Offer any suggestions, any other ones you think. If you think there's something more important or something more than that, tell me. Ask questions, please, but you guys better always love yourself first, okay? Okay. Thanks. Bye-bye.